Ukraine does not conduct air battles against the Russian occupiers, in which only aircraft participate on both sides. As aviation expert and leading researcher at the National Aviation University, Valeriy Romanenko said on air at the telethon, this is impossible due to the absence of the corresponding aircraft in the arsenal of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Air combat is the main means of destroying enemy aircraft. It is an active means of enemy aircraft. Unfortunately, we do not have air battles now, precisely because they are not on equal terms. Our last air battles took place in May 2022. Since then, the destruction of enemy aircraft has been carried out by anti-aircraft missiles, ground forces using portable air defense systems, and air battles are now taking place at a distance of more than 40 kilometers, usually 40 to 60 kilometers, the specialist said. He noted that now the main requirements for an aircraft are not speed, not flight altitude, etc., but the capabilities of its radar and the range of its missiles, as well as the capabilities of the onboard defense system. The expert also explained that battles similar to those waged by the Ukrainian Navy, which managed to drive the Russian fleet back to Novorossiysk without actually having any ships, are impossible in the air. That is, this was done mainly with the help of drones. Romanenko added that we do not have drones that carry long-range missiles in the air. In addition, he explained that large waves at sea can cover a drone, but in the air, it is much more difficult to disguise. In addition, the Russians have a huge number of radar stations, and in the area of the line of combat clashes, such protection is especially dense. He also said that the enemy had completely restored the losses that its aviation had suffered during almost 3 years of war against Ukraine. According to him, 370 successful launches of our anti-aircraft missiles have been confirmed, after which the target disappeared from sight. The expert claims either it was really destroyed or damaged, or it simply went out of radar coverage. This can be found out in a few years after the war. The situation is this: the number of aircraft whose destruction has been confirmed is just over 120 units. For the Russian army, the only irreversible losses are the 4 dozen Su-25 attack aircraft, which are no longer produced. At the same time, Russia produces Su-30, Su-35, Su-34 and Su-57 fighters. In 2022, the Russians produced only 27 combat aircraft. In 2023, about 25. Last year, 22 to 24. In general, losses in aircraft of the most modern types, except for attack aircraft, have been completely restored. That is, the situation remains difficult for our Air Force, Romanenko emphasized.
Israel's defense minister said he has ordered the country's military to ramp up its operations in the occupied West Bank after a series of bus explosions near Tel Aviv on Thursday that he described as a terror attack. According to Associated Press, Israel Katz made the comments during a visit to Tulkarem refugee camp, a militant stronghold and central focus of Israel's month-long operation. In a video message released on Friday, he said he told troops to intensify activities until terrorism is defeated. Israel announced a widespread crackdown against West Bank militants on January 21, just 2 days after the ceasefire deal with Hamas in Gaza. Tens of thousands of Palestinians in recent weeks have fled Israeli military operations across the northern West Bank, the largest displacement in the occupied territory since the 1967 Mideast War. Katz spoke the day after a series of explosions on 3 parked buses rattled central Israel in what authorities suspected was a militant attack that caused no injuries. "I want to convey a clear message from here to the terrorists and their senders. Yesterday's serious attempted attack against the civilian population will not deter us," said Katz. A group identifying itself as a branch of Hamas military wing, the Qassam Brigades, from the northern West Bank city of Tulkarem, posted on the messaging app Telegram, "We will never forget to take vengeance for our martyrs as long as the occupation is on our lands." The group did not appear to claim responsibility for the attack. Katz also directed a message to the Palestinian prisoners released under the ceasefire deal that paused the 15 months of fighting in Gaza. "We are keeping an open eye on you, and any involvement by any of you in carrying out or directing terrorism will immediately cost you the heaviest price," he said.
ניסיונות הפיגוע החמורים אתמול מול אוכלוסייה אזרחית לא ירתיעו אותנו. אנחנו נמצאים במלחמה נגד הטרור האסלאמי הקיצוני, ואנחנו ננצח כאן ובעזה ובכל מקום, ונשמיד את חוטפי ורוצחי התינוקות של החמאס. עם טרור לא מתפשרים, טרור מחסלים. הנחיתי את צה"ל להעצים את הפעילות ביהודה ושומרון עד להכרעת הטרור. אני מזהיר את המחבלים ששוחררו ליהודה ושומרון במסגרת העסקה להחזרת החטופים. אנחנו פוקחים עליכם עין, וכל מעורבות של מישהו מכם בביצוע ובהכוונת טרור תעלה לכם מיידית במחיר הכבד ביותר.